Okay, I thought I'd give you a quick rundown of the main SEnuke window first. It will help you with the videos down below this one. First of all, we have the Turbo Wizard here. That's a super fast way of creating campaigns within SEnuke TNG, and you'll be using that one quite a lot these days because we've made it a lot more powerful than it used to be in XCR. Next we have the Wizard. This is the full-blown Wizard. This is again a very powerful system for creating automated link campaigns. We have made it much faster than any previous wizard. It is now almost as fast as the Turbo Wizard, but it does still come with a diagram designer and a few more settings. If you're interested in that, the video is a couple below this one. Then we have the Article Manager. Now this is the heart and soul of SEnuke TNG. This controls all the content for all the different projects and campaigns that you're going to be creating. And this is a bit of a different way of working compared to what we've had before. But you should soon find that it's a very fast way of working. Once you've set everything up, you can create campaigns in seconds. Then we have the new Crowd Searcher. This is an automated clicking system. You simply put in your keywords and the URLs you're interested in and send them off to our server, and we will search Google for your keywords, and we will click on it, browse through your site. That will increase your click-through rate, reduce your bounce, and those are good ranking factors. Next we have New. Now this is basically a hangover from the old way that we used to do SEnuke, when you used to have to create everything by hand and link it all up by hand. It's still here for those who want to do this hardcore. Basically the wizards over here automate everything that's here in the New. So you can create all the different campaigns you want by doing it one module at a time, loading the content in one module at a time, and then manually linking them together using the scheduler, which is the next option. But I really wouldn't recommend that anymore, unless there's something very specific that you want to be doing. And that moves us along to a very important button. This is the pause and start on the scheduler. I usually have this pause while I'm doing videos because it stops any of the campaigns actually running. If you want a campaign to run on schedule, you do need to have it in the mode here. If you look down here now, you'll see there is a countdown timer. It counts down from 60 to 0. Every time it reaches 0, it will scan through all your projects and see if any of them need to start. If one of them needs to start, it will start them, and then once it's finished, the countdown timer will carry on ticking down again. Next time it reaches 0, it will start the next one, and so on. If you don't want anything to start for the time being, you just click that and you'll see that the countdown timer has been paused. The next options are simple cut, paste, copy. If we click into any of the projects down here, you can see that we can cut them out, and that means we can move them around if we want. It's not something that you're going to be using every day. We also have a run command here if we want to start a project. That's mostly used if you're going to create them new by hand. If you're going to create an account creation, article directory and all that by hand. If they've got a schedule on, then you just leave them and the scheduler will run them. But if for some reason you do need to run it because you decided that you didn't like the schedule, you can just click run and start it. You can also right click and select run here as well. Options brings up the option menu. A lot of different options in SEnuke, but most of these you shouldn't really be touching. Now we've covered the ones that you do need in the setup wizard video. The rest of them, unless support tells you to use them, it's a good idea and not to start changing settings, because some of these are quite complicated. There we have the forum. If you ever get stuck, you can click on here and it will take you through to our forum. You can ask questions and you'll get a response not just from us at SEnuke, but other users will help you out too. And quite importantly, we have the change notes here. Every time SEnuke is released an update, which is approximately once a week, sometimes more, we will tell you what has changed. If you click here, it will tell you what has happened. Unfortunately, the box at the moment is still for SEnuke XCR, because that's the current version. There's no change notes for TNG yet. Now below you'll see we have the campaign window here on the left, and we have all the project stuff on the right. You may have noticed that the campaigns are slightly different colors. The green one here, that just shows that it's a looping campaign or it's running. If we come into the green one, we can see that it's mostly finished, but it still has a social network here, which is on a wait, and that's going to run on the 27th of April at 10:58 AM. So that one's still running. The orange ones here, that just shows that it's a campaign that is scheduled to run, but it hasn't started yet. And black shows it's a campaign with well, nothing in it, because it hasn't. There's no campaign here. It's just been deleted. It's just a folder. There's one more color which you can't see there. That is red. Red. If it goes red, that means it is finished. and there's nothing more to be done, and you can archive it off or whatever, or you can duplicate it. I'll show you how to do the duplicate mode. That's in the Turbo Wizard video below this one. Just at the end of the video we show you how to duplicate. So that resets the campaign and sets it off again. Now the rest of these tabs here, projects is where all the different projects that you create will be, all the social networks, the accounts, the RSSs and toolboxes, and all the stuff that's created by the wizard, all the different parts of your campaign. They will be listed here under projects. Profiles will list all the logins for those different accounts. URLs is where all your URLs are saved that are created. But these lists are primarily for SEnuke use. They're not really there for you to use. I mean, you can extract the URLs from them, but basically those lists are just so that all the project campaigns that are being generated here, they can pull out URLs from the lists in here and use them for further backlinking. So if you want to check out the videos below, we'll go through first how to use the article manager, then we'll go through how to use the wizard, and then we'll go through how to use the Turbo Wizard. It's worth going through them in that order because the article manager is the most important part of SEnuke TNG. It really controls everything, and it's worth learning how to use the full wizard first because that has all the settings in it. And once you know how to use the full wizard, you actually automatically will find out you know how to use the Turbo Wizard because everything that's in the Turbo Wizard is already in the wizard itself. So once you've learned the wizard, you know the other one.